Hello everybody, it's Dr. Steve back with another episode of Core Wellness TV from the beautiful butterfly, the freshly budding butterfly garden here at Perrin Park in Indiana. What a beautiful morning here. Beautiful breathing, that's what I want to talk about. I was just thinking about breathing. I usually talk about the breath that comes in from below. This breathing technique and this little piece of breathing is going to help all you people who carry a lot of excess tension up through your neck, and you can't get a good fulfilling breath, and you feel like shortness of breath and things like that. A lot of times that comes from not being able to fully exhale as you breathe out, because it's just as important to get a full exhalation as it is to try and get a good inhalation, because without a good exhale you're not going to get as full of an inhale. Makes sense, right? So better oxygenation, all that stuff. Better oxygenation equals a better alkalinity of your blood, and less whenever you hyperventilate and you have short, shallow breathing, your blood becomes more alkaline, and when your blood becomes more alkaline, the hemoglobin that carries your oxygen around to your tissues holds on to that oxygen more tightly, so it doesn't deliver it to the tissues. So therefore you have more pain, you have more fatigue, you feel sick overall. So in order to properly re-acidify your blood slightly, we have to be able to get good full breaths. Here's the trick. I want you to go just below your clavicle bone and get on your top few ribs here, and just kind of put your fingers between the collarbone and the first rib that you can feel. Okay? I want you can actually do some nice self-release through there, but what I want you to do is when you breathe in, first of all, we want to make sure that your fingers aren't rising up and down when you breathe in, because if your fingers are rising up and down when you breathe in, that tells me that you are showing a dysfunctional breathing pattern. So that's the first thing. It's kind of a self-test. The second thing is when you exhale, you want to feel those guys fall. And when they fall, that tells me you are getting length through your scalene muscles, and it's a self-release. Sometimes the scalenes can also send pain down into the arm and mimic carpal tunnel syndrome, and it can cause shoulder pain and referred pain in the chest. I've had a lot of people come in with scalene problems who were thinking they were having a heart attack, and it was just a referral pattern. Sometimes it refers into the backside. So your scalenes are very important to release, and so just focus on that. Whenever you breathe in, when you breathe out, you're going to actually feel, and you can even help your ribs along by just giving them a nice gentle, use the weight of your hands and just slightly a little bit more, and allow them to descend. And then don't let them go back up when you breathe in, right? You're just going to keep them right there as you inhale. You want to feel a little expansion up here, but you don't want to feel lifting. And as you exhale, allow them to fall. It's a nice little self-release, self-stress releaser as well. Stress reliever. Sorry about the lawnmower. Can't control that. The other thing is when you do this, you don't want to leave your head poked down. Okay? So when you do this, it's important, and you'll feel more tension come in as you slightly retract your head and get nice and tall. You'll feel more tension come into those scalenes. So that's what we're doing today. Teaching you how to release and let your upper rib cage fall, so you can get better inhalations and have less pain and more energy. Okay? Bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.